Where do you think you're going?
Out.
Really? Just like that? Haven't you heard, Mr. Co-Chairman of the board, that we have a magazine to get out?
I am well aware of Brava's deadlines, Iris.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you realize that we do work around here.
You're boring your audience. What's the point?
The point is that your management now, you have responsibilities.
It's Thanksgiving, Iris. I'm taking the day off.
Jake, no, I'm afraid a chairman's work is never done. That's why you pay yourself the big bucks, remember?
And as chairman, I delegate authority. Is that not correct?
Oh, I'm sure that's right.
So, I may not be familiar with all the nuts and bolts of this magazine's publications, but then again, I don't have to be, Iris.
And why is that?
Because those nuts and bolts waste my very valuable time. We have little people to take care of the details. That is what they're paid for.
Oh, I see. The little people,
Like you. See, Amanda and I have bigger and better things to do.
I'm sure you do. Like what?
Like defining and outlining this company's far-reaching goals.
And what about the blues?
Iris, if you're depressed, you should see something.
Oh, really, Jake? The blues I'm referring to in this instance are the final proofs of the magazine before they go into print.
That's quaint.
Yes. You see, Brava can't be published unless you or Amanda sign your approval of things.
Oh, why don't you have Amanda look at it then, all right?
Amanda didn't come in this morning, so you're going to have to do the approving.
Fine, give it to me.
Jake, I don't think you realize that those far-reaching goals of yours were that we're going to have to be shelved temporarily because you're going to have to look over the blues.
Iris, who are we forgetting? Who the boss is here?
If only we could.
Well, we shouldn't forget who's calling the shots, right? It just so happens that I have a surprise for Brava.
Why am I holding my breath?
To mark the first issue under the new management team of McKinnon and Cory, the cover on this magazine will be changed.
Late date? No way.
Way.
You can't do that.
Not only can we do it, but we will do it. And as for the magazine, I don't have time to read it, so I'll just have to sign for it, all right?
You're going to sign the blues without reading it?
Iris, I trust you. That's what you little people do.
Is that what us little people...
Iris! I know you think I'm a jerk. But hey, I'll get used to it. Guess that's how us big guys live, right?
Just see how big we are. Gee, McKinnon.
Now, as you know, I've been looking for your mother.
Yeah, so have we, but her whereabouts doesn't concern you, Carl.
Yes, I'm afraid they do. Now, have you heard from her?
She called. She's fine. And she doesn't want to be found.
Please. If she's been in contact with you within the past few hours, I need to know.
If she had, we wouldn't tell you, Carl.
How can you be so hard-hearted?
Look, she's made her wishes very clear. Can't you just respect them?
You're the last person in the world to teach me about respect. I respect your mother more than you'll ever know, certainly more than you do. And I don't wish to be self-righteous, but may I remind you that Rachel is not running away from me. She's running away from you and her family.
We don't need you to tell us about Rachel.
There's no need to be defensive. Look, we're all on the same side.
Oh, I doubt that, Carl.
Rachel could be in danger.
What are you talking about?
She fled away from here under the most painful of circumstances. When we're emotionally upset, we can often become careless. Do you know that she's not gone off into a deep depression?
Carl, Rachel can handle her own problems.
In the past, it's true, she's been very strong. But it's different now, don't you understand that? She's been wounded. Don't you know that?
Look.
She needs help. Now, we mustn't give up searching for her.
Look, Carl, I don't know what's behind all this melodrama you're putting forth, but we're sure that she left here to be by herself, and that's the way it's going to be. And her wishes will be kept. Do you understand? So leave her alone.
And
leave us alone, Carl.
This is unfathomable to me. I mean, here you are, the daughter of her womb. Here you are, a waif that was taken in. Are you not in the least bit concerned about the woman's welfare?
Yes, we are concerned. Yes, we are worried about her. Yes, we wish she was here, right now, especially today. We know wherever she is, she's thinking about us. She's worrying about us, too.
And then you do expect to hear from her over the holiday?
Of course we do. Family is the most important thing to Rachel, and she will be with us one way or the other. A visit, a phone call, whatever. But the point is that you're not going to know about it. That's right. So while we appreciate your concern, now would be a great time for you to leave. So nice of you to drop by. Please don't come back. Carl, you've done so much damage to this family.
Your alliance with Jake has inflicted more harm than ever I could imagine.
Stop it, Hutchins, and get out.
You're just beginning to see the damage that's been done to Rachel. Been done by your betrayal. And as for you, well, it must be cozy for you. I mean, to have Jake back in the bosom of the family, so to speak.
I suppose we should thank the old guy. What? How do you figure that? Well, for a minute there, it seemed like we were on the same side. Maybe we should keep it that way for a while. I like that. We won't talk about Carl, and we won't talk about Jake. Okay. Maybe we should talk about Thanksgiving dinner, though.
What, as in who's coming?
Yeah. And remember, we have a truce, so, I would like to invite Ian.
Ian?
He doesn't...
Paulina,
Amanda, he doesn't have any family, and he has never experienced an American Thanksgiving. And frankly, I hate the thought of his being alone.
Ian, come on, Paulina, no.
Amanda, look, if it's not cool with you, we'll make other plans. We'll have our own celebration, okay?
It came over me here in Sassy's last night. I was standing right next to Morgan. He was here.
He sure was.
He was standing right over here. And I was behind him. And I had this incredible, visceral reaction. It was his cologne. I had never smelt it before that night, and I'll never forget it.
Yeah, well, a lot of guys could wear that cologne.
No, I know men's cologne. This was exotic. It was expensive. This was not your typical drugstore brand.
So what are you saying? You think you could identify this from the witness stand?
Is it admissible?
Well, let's put it this way. If it helps the victim remember physical presence of the attacker, it will help. Excuse me, I need to get a search warrant.
Why, are you going to look for Morgan's cologne?
Exactly. Hey, Mike. Yeah, look, could you try to catch Judge Ferguson before he goes to the country?
It's like
I need to get a search warrant for
Come on,
Morgan.
let's sit down.
the floodgates are opening or something.
Mi pobre preciosa.
Why did I let the whole thing happen?
You had no options.
Oh, yes, I did. I could have fought harder. I could have screamed.
Look, how do you know you didn't scream? And you have bruises to prove you fought.
Look, there are sometimes when I want to remember more, and then I don't want to remember any of it. I feel so ashamed.
It wasn't your fault.
That's what everybody says. No woman should ever deserve to be raped, but you know what? It's all bull, because it doesn't help anything.
You
The
know,
more I remember, the dirtier I feel.
I don't know what to say to you. Look, Lorna, you are still the same wonderful woman you were before this happened. Now, you didn't deserve this. You didn't ask for it.
I'm afraid of what's going to happen when I'm on the stand.
What do you mean?
It'll happen.
What will happen?
They're just gonna, they're gonna ask me questions, they're gonna make me go through it all over again, and boom, it's just gonna happen.
Like, Lorna, what do you mean?
I'll snap. And I'll want to kill Morgan. Because when I lie in bed, I think about it. I think about that I want to kill him. And I say to myself, I wish Morgan Winthrop were dead.
Look, this will go away.
No.
Yes,
It's gonna
now
go
just
away.
give it
I
time.
don't think so.
Lorna? Listen, there was a message for you over at the office when I called for the search warrant. It was from the hospital. They have the test results for your STD test. They want to talk to you personally.
Kelsey, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Look what I found in the mailbox. Letter from your mother. Look, I didn't mean to come down on you so hard about Morgan.
It's not Morgan, it's the onions.
But what about matches?
What?
My mother used to put matches in her mouth when she chopped onions.
Your mother?
Yeah. Oh, look, let's just get rid of these puppies.
No.
You don't need to do onions anyway.
No. I need them for the recipe.
What recipe are you going here?
Your mother's rice oyster dressing.
You're kidding.
Said it was your favorite.
Well, yeah, it is, but this is a real backbreaker, you know? I mean, she used to complain about this every year.
Well, I don't care. I'm going to make it, and I am going to make it perfectly.
I got an idea. Why don't we just tell Mom that you made it perfectly? She's in Hawaii with Mike for the holidays. She'll never know the difference.
Because that's lying.
Of course it's lying. Come on. You know that I love you. Didn't the pie fiasco teach you anything? You don't have to prove yourself new in the kitchen.
This is not about my culinary reputation. I want to do this. I'm really enjoying it.
All right, in that case, I'll help you. I'll chop these. You've got a lot of chopping to do with this
Really?
recipe.
You'll help me?
Of course I will.
Oh, I love you so much. Here.
Oh, no hard feelings about Morgan?
Oh, please, Morgan. Not on Thanksgiving. In fact, let's not talk about any work problems at all at home, okay?
Especially not in the kitchen.
You know that this is going to be our first turkey day together?
You know what else? It's going to be the best turkey day either one of us have ever had in our lives.
Yeah, well, don't get your hopes up yet.
So, Mom and Mike are probably having some kind of a Thanksgiving luau.
Can you imagine how much stuffing it takes to fill a roast pig? Oh, the butter! The butter! Ah. Oh, I gotta saute the onions. Well, at least your mom won't be here to witness this debacle.
Listen, whose army did you invite to dinner anyway?
Just you, me, Gregory, and Spencer.
Spencer? You invited Spencer?
Well, I figured if the Indians and the Pilgrims could get along peacefully for one night, so could we.
Well, you do understand the nature of the holidays, don't you?
I thought about inviting Ryan and Grant and Vicky, too, but I thought that might be pushing it.
I agree.
So you really don't mind helping me? I've got some celery.
No, I told you, I'd be more than happy to help. Listen, aren't you going to open this letter from your mom?